So here's some more Xbox Live indie games. Next up is one of Alex's favorite, Cursed Loot.
Yes, and before you're like, hold on, because of my taste, it's good. I promise you. I promise you. So I'm going to try to get us through a quick, fast little game here. And so Cursed Loot. It is one of the many roguelikes that I've mentioned are on, the Xbox Live indie game. And this one is really good. In fact, this is the roguelike that got me into roguelikes. I never liked the genre until I played this game, and I understood the genre, and I was like, I like this game.
Yeah, it does a good job of paring down mechanics and making something that's basic but interesting. You should pick the thing. Do it.
New game, so I'll show you what it's like. So we're gonna go with normal here. You've got your classes. You've got Berserker, Shaman. These people, your Tinkerer. And then of course your peasant character. So I'm gonna choose Goblin because he has a regen.
There's a lot to take in if you've never seen this before, but it's pretty easy to grasp if you've played it.
So the writing is very, very. I think it's actually one of the strengths of the game, aside from the gameplay. And by pick up and play, it is. Would you call it it's not twin stick, but you know what I mean? You walk into enemies and you attack them, and there's a few buttons, and it's randomly generated, and that's it. And you pick up items.
It's ultra simplified. It basically just boils down to watching your health meter and leveling up. That's your other meter down there.
Yeah. And let's see. Let's get up a level, grab some item, and boom. I think it's... Ooh. Grab that. Let's see what's in the chest. It is... Ah!
Whoa, cool.
Nice. Health potion, ring and amulet, and 150 gold pieces.
Sometimes those can be bad things.
Very bad things.
There's a whole bunch of, things that you can encounter that trigger random events.
So, much like other ones, it's let you know that this has permadeath.
Yeah, it's got quick saves, so you can come back to it, but you only get one life.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter, because it's fun.
It's very fun. So, this guy doesn't have any particular skills.
Oh, you're dying.
Yeah. There. Resume, sorry.
Good.
I know how to play video games.
Health.
No, I know the buttons. Hey, I used a health potion. I did it.
You've beaten this game, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've beaten it a couple of times. It's very simple, and it looks kind of basic, but man, I was sucked into this game like I didn't even expect to. It was super
same
good.
here. The writing is, like I said, it's surprisingly sharp, and you have these little moments here. Again, here you find a chest. Do we force it open? Try to unlock it. Let's try to unlock it. I can't do it, so I'm gonna smash it open.
Yes, Yodel, I said something that makes total sense, and don't act like it doesn't make sense.
And as you see, the fluid destroys the box, and it destroyed me. Again, these are random. Sometimes good things happen, sometimes bad things.
Curses.
So. Curses indeed. These are poisoned. Don't stand too long over there, or you can be poisoned. You get identity scrolls, which can help you identify loot, and in fact, I may need to go into my... Oh, good. I've got some loot I can identify. Let's see what that looks like.
Yeah, like in genre classics like Fatal Labyrinth.
Ooh, let's equip this.
A lot of the stuff is unidentified, and you either have to identify it by equipping it or using an identify scroll.
There's also shops that will identify things for you for price, too, as well.
I know I could have picked a better example than Fatal Labyrinth, but that's the first roguelike style
just
game I played.
Yeah.
Not my favorite, even.
You love it. It's just every day you're always talking about how great Fatal... Ooh, there's a ring. Let's see what the ring does.
Alex, I prefer Dragon Crystal. That's the game for sophisticated roguelike fans who own the Game Gear.
You Game Gear nerd, I was going to call you. Anyway, so, as I said, I was going to actually try to get you at least to a few floors down. Let's move on here.
And really, I guess that's a good way to think of this. Just a really expanded version of simple console roguelikes that manages to add just enough complexity to be satisfying.
I got poisoned. Get out of the poison. Do not stand in the poison. It is bad for you. I know that's wild, but it is. Also, there are occasionally hidden areas. I wonder if I can... no. Nothing hidden here. Okay. Get out. Bye.
Seeing a comparison to NetHack, yeah, that's I'm going to pretend like I've played NetHack and can say yes, that's the case.
So you may see earlier, but there are a lot of rooms that are hidden. Do not usually tell you to give you the actual tip on how to do it.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Netrunner. That's a different thing.
That's totally different. And every 3 levels, you go to a shop. Before I do that, we'll assign stat points. Well, I could, and you can use really any skill here. I like the Orb skill, since I already have Regenerate. Orb is great. Orb is your friend. We love Orb. Come here, Orb.
Yeah, you can stack these
Orb,
different...
thank you.
These different kind
Orb
of magic
takes care
attacks.
of things for you.
The Orb is a little helper character. You can also do this spin attack. You can do
And
a
there's a
freeze
slot
attack.
machine. Like anything?
No. Oh wait, no, you spin twice.
I'll hold those. Spin again. I got crap stat here.
This is another game where they've added a whole bunch to it with different updates. This game launched as... What was its first title? Epic Loot. And then for whatever reason they had to change the name.
Copyright.
So
Because there is a
re-released it.
AAA game that came out later that is named Epic Loot.
Oh, whatever that is it's worse than this.
It is, actually.
It's trash. And once again, this is exclusive to XBLIG. It's never been ported anywhere else, which is a shame.
It's a real... this is...
I looked up the developer's website earlier today, and they moved on to iOS for a couple years before just kind of
And here's the shop where you can identify your items. And you can buy new items. I think I have enough for the swords while I buy it.
Good sword.
And you can sell your junk, too.
My junk! You also have to worry about things like your lantern oil.
Oh, I should buy one.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not gonna... Add here. And let's go down one level.
Lantern's nice because if that's filled up, it'll reveal secret areas. If it's not, you can't see monsters right in front of your face.
Oh, basically, I'm checking chat and everybody's talking about how they're questioning their own existence. So, good job on inducing ego death there, Alex.
Excellent.
You're welcome.
I'm still recovering from Banjo Gyro myself. I'm just gonna pretend like that didn't happen.
We love Banjo Gyro.
Yes.
Anywho. So, that's Cursed Loot. There's
also...
not a lot to it, but there is a lot to it, actually. There's a lot of writing, there's a lot of fun little levels, there's a lot you can do.
I find it weirdly relaxing. Like, it lulls you into this almost catatonic state where you just kind of automatically go through the game's challenges as you find them. I think it's the music that has a lot to do with it.
It really is. The music's actually quite good. Oh, good, there's a hole. I'm gonna jump in the hole.
Jump in that
first, I'm gonna get some XP. Now I will jump.
And this is another thing they added with a recent update, an auto-scroller. These, thankfully, are optional. You can skip them. You don't lose anything if you die here.
Yeah, there's literally no downside to not doing it, so I always do it.
Yeah.
All you can do is jump in this section. You can't really control your speed or any... Oh, there I go.
This game's really a labor of love. You can tell just by how much they updated it and kept tweaking it for months after it came out. And that's what XBLIG was for a while, just a lot of really close-knit developers, because it started out as Xbox Live community games, due to the fact that these games are rated by a community. Like, you have to be a good developer and also participate in the community and be willing to work with other people to fix your and other people's problems. At least that was what it's like at the beginning.
And now it's...
From what I heard, it's more like, hey, if you approve my game, I'll approve yours no matter what. And honestly, that makes sense, because after a few years, Microsoft kind of pretended like XBLIG didn't exist. I think they just remembered earlier this month that it did exist, and they're like, wait, we still have that up? Crap. We gotta do something.
So I'm gonna take a look here at this, and then we can probably move on to the next. So something's odd here. I'll search.
And
nothing happened.
That's
and
sort of
sometimes
like
that happens too.
That mechanic I saw in the Genesis version of Shadowrun, where after walking around for a while, these random events just kind of pop up. And depending on how you react, you can either get bonuses or get arrested or whatever.
Oh no, I don't want to go to jail. So, that is,
Me either. That's cursed loot. $1! $1 for a good-ass game.
This is my absolute favorite XSplit game when it comes to just game-wise. Not art-wise, not whatever-wise, but game-wise, this game is fantastic. I cannot recommend it enough. It is $1. It is $1!
Give me that controller. I want to move
Alright.
to something better.
Hey! Oh no, what's next?
Next is one of my personal favorites. Now, hear me out here. You're gonna react a certain way when you see how this game looks, but it's got something special to it. Maybe it's just me.
Maybe it is.
It could be.
I'm kidding, I love you.
So it's often difficult to tell bad XSpligs from XSpligs that just have a very distinctive low art style, and
Oh, good.
I think this game falls into the latter camp.
Oh, yes. Is this one of the games where I have a lot to talk about, probably?
Possibly. It's
Oh,
Four
good.
Winds Fantasy.
Ooh, Four Winds Fantasy. This one isn't flashy, is it?
No.
Okay, good. So some of this company's games do get flashy.
This, again, is one of those games that just popped up one day on XSplig, and I fell in love. And it's saying that I didn't purchase it. That's not true. That's entirely not true. I bought this game.
I know you did.
Oh, Xbox. You were so bad. Again,
so Four
I'll
Winds
just
Fantasy.
I'll let this speak for itself at first.
Yeah, it talks for itself. I love indie games.
I love XSplig, you guys. You don't see games like this anywhere else. Volume may be loud. If it is, let us know. We'll turn it down.
I live outside the city gates. The townspeople have never welcomed me as one of their own. My son once shared this house with me.
That's the story. First thing you'll notice, I'm pretty sure this whole thing was drawn in MS Paint or something similar.
Actually, I'm pretty sure if Quimdong is the resurrection of Famicom, then yes, it is.
There is an art collective that we're fans of, the Famicom group, and they're offshoots, they're friends, they all produce weird-looking stuff like this.
And they produce a lot of really weird YouTube stuff too. You may remember.
Actually, someone mentioned Bart the General during our intermission, and
yes,
that's from that same group.
Yes, this is from the makers of Bart the General, as are a few other XSplit games.
I believe Quimdong's just part of their group, but
yeah.
They're a similar sort. People producing off-kilter, low-art games like this.
That are real, and it's not just games too. They used to produce comics, videos, but I'm not sure what they're doing now. Oh yeah! This is the best part.
It's the big concert scene.
And it's just freeform jazz.
I just leave.
Yeah, we love Xbox Live indie games. We complain, but all of our things have nothing to do with the actual thing itself. It's a wonder. We've got a developer, someone who's made who's worked with it, and that's wonderful. Actually, we actually really
That's cool.
I
Yeah,
actually
it was
really
a
like
good
this
community.
system, yeah.
A lot of good stuff came out of it.
Yeah, that's why we want to do this, because as much as there's a lot of focus on the crap too, which we won't lie, you can't get away from it. It's really good.
That's the thing about XSplig. There's stuff that you wouldn't expect, like this, and stuff that's so horrible it's difficult to comprehend, that you have to just see for yourself.
Halloween Pie.
Despite the way this game looks, it actually does have a depth and structure to it that I really enjoy. There was actually an expanded version released for PC that I bought. I recommend that. It adds a whole bunch of new storyline elements and cool stuff. There's multiple different kinds of burgers you can find in trash cans. Obviously, big fans of Earthbound here.
Yeah.
Now you go in here in this cave and you find your alien friend.
Oh yeah.
This guy will die for you. He loves you.
Oh yeah, they will, won't they?
I was just entranced by this game. I got in touch with the developer. He's a really cool guy. He's made a whole bunch of really good stuff. Not sure if he's done anything lately, but I'd like to see it.
Yeah, we are.
Developer called Quimdung later changed their name to Quickding.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, released a few iOS games and
cool.
oh.
Oh.
No, sorry. I just love that all of it's like hand drawn. There's no stupid little textures or copied sprites or whatever. It's just the whole thing.
Someone
this dude drew
went
it out.
in and they drew all of this.
That's awesome.
I like it, and I appreciate this kind of stuff a lot. And yeah.
So here's where the action unfolds.
Okay, here we go.
This game gets pretty tense at this point because you can die pretty easily. These are the enemies. Mostly we're going to try to avoid them.
Yeah.
I don't think we should.
No, you shouldn't.
The PC version actually had leaderboards for completion times. I got pretty good scores because I discovered this strat where you can rub against the wall and you end up going double speed.
Oh, nice.
So there's a tip from me to you.
Maybe you should do, hey, awesome games done quick.
Nobody there would appreciate this game, I guarantee you. This game is for me to enjoy and nobody else. I love it though. It's so good.
It's wild. It's weird.
This is like nothing else you'd see on any other console platform. Okay, I went the wrong way. I may even finish this game. It depends on luck later on. You'll see.
Oh my god, that buff plant.
Yeah, there's a lot of buff plants in this game. Another reason to buy it. This is the correct way.
There
yes.
you go.
I made it here with my alien friend. That's unusual. It's usually I take a hit through here.
Yeah, I really like this company's work. Actually, I like. Oh gosh, I love Bart the General because it is.
This isn't some no-thought thing that somebody crapped out. They put a lot of thought into this world, and the fact that it was all drawn by hand like this is just pretty great.
Hey, it's a nut, it's not a seed. You have to talk to them all?
Nah.
Okay, you're just showing off
Just
the
for
good
fun.
dialogue, yeah. I have no idea. The guy that's following you is an alien and he is your friend.
Mm-hmm. We're coming up to the boss fight here, believe it or not.
I'll leave this one to you, Master.
The alien just kind of gives up on you there.
Yeah, he just like, bye.
So, this fighting system, I gotta admit, doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense.
That makes sense for this game.
Yeah. In fact, yeah, I definitely died.
That ending screen is fantastic.
I love it. That's Four Winds Fantasy.
We love Four Winds Fantasy.
You cannot find anything remotely approaching that on PlayStation. Xbox do what PlayStation don't.
It certainly do.
It certainly do. What's next?
Oh gosh. I have no clue. What is next?
Oh, it's a Japanese indie game by the name of Kaiten Patassier.
Oh, Kaiten Patassier. That's a good game.
Now, normally I like to feature games that aren't like ported to other platforms. I think this developer's games are available on PC, but not on Steam. You have to go through their website, I believe. But this one developer, DK Alpha, these games are great. They are very simple. They are also $1, but there's just something infectiously charming about them. I love it.
Teeter asks, is your Xbox Live avatar a Sonic with a weird straw hat?
Yes, my Sonic is wearing a miniature sombrero.
Was the sombrero free?
The sombrero I unlocked in Red Dead Redemption. The Sonic outfit I unlocked in
Was it Generations?
in Sonic 4.
Oh, Sonic 4.
I played all the way through Sonic 4 just so I could put myself in Sonic's body.
Good night, folks!
Good night, everybody! I unlocked the Sonic body, I unlocked Sonic's shoes. Unfortunately, I could not unlock the Sonic head, because to do that you need to beat the boss rush without taking a hit, and fuck that, because Sonic 4 is terrible.
Yeah.
This game's better than Sonic 4. It's,
Look, everybody, I'm just gonna say it. Look at this cute game.
It's adorable.
It is really cute.
Super simple in premise. All you do is jump. When you approach a wall, you can twist the level. And that's it. Obviously it starts simple, but later on it introduces these weird puzzles and things. It's got time attack modes, it's got a little bonus thing you can find in each level. It's great. They made a few games like this. There's also Ganbare Natsuki-san,
Which you may have seen earlier in the thing.
Yeah, that's a game that uses a Bionic Commando-style grappling hook. Actually more like Umihara Kawase, I'd say.
Yeah. This is kind of it is like Camel Try a little bit. You don't get the full movement, but like you do in Camel Try, but it's a bit similar, I like it.
There are actually a good many Japanese-developed Dojin games on XBlig.
Yeah, actually. Unfortunately, it's hard to...
Yeah, again, luckily these games are in English, so you can actually search for them, but many others aren't. And the search function is not great.
No, I have... In case anybody is wondering, it is not great on their website either, which I went to try to find covers for the stuff here, and yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised you were able to find those, actually.
I am too. Camel Try asks chat. Yes, Camel Try. It is a fun Taito game in which you play as a marble and you rotate the screen. So fun.
Released on the Super Nintendo as On the Ball. Which you probably haven't played either, if we're being honest here.
I'm just entranced by this cute game.
Yeah, these games just... Yeah.
This isn't like some AAA game where you're gonna pay like $80 for a game that has game-breaking bugs day one, and... yeah.
It's just very simply scoped, very simple premise and mechanics, and it works. And they managed to stretch it out through several dozen levels. Definitely worth $1.
Absolutely worth $1.
DK Alpha's done anything else recently?
I'm not exactly sure, but see, I know I keep talking about how great XBlig is, but you know what? Screw it. It's great. It's really...
I'm honestly gonna miss it. There was nothing else like it. Like, can you imagine PlayStation just letting anyone publish anything? That happened on Xbox.
And
That's
what's
wild.
great is there was some really good stuff and a lot of developers really got their start here. Even, I know, what's his face? The guy who ended up doing the Penny Arcade RPGs got his start on XBlig.
Oh yeah, Zeboid Games.
Zeboid Games, yeah.
They released Breath of Death 7, Cthulhu Saves the World, and a couple other really good retro-styled RPGs. And yeah, they're fun. Fun stuff.
Fun stuff? Recommend?
I screwed myself. I needed that box to do a thing. However, I think people get the point. This game is good.
This is a wonderful little game.
It reminds me, I should look up what DK Alpha's doing these days, because, man, I enjoy people putting together these really simply scoped games that execute fully on what they intend to do, and nothing else.
Yeah.
No bloat, no DLC, no nothing. Just, you pay $1 and you get a good-ass game.
No, day one bugs where the faces are inverting on one another and, like, people are just, like, coming in through the fireplace and screaming at you.
This next one, you're gonna want to integrate epilepsy protection.
Okay! Okay, so this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna try this. So.
And also, you're gonna want to turn the volume way down.
Oh boys, we're gonna see a reset here. So just so you know, if you can't hear it, please understand there's a reason for that. And
Sorry guys, Danny picked another art game.
This game is gonna be really dark. It's gonna look dark, but there's a reason for that. That's because it has some flashing. I'm gonna turn it down to about 60%. Just so y'all know. Oh, it has a gamma thing, huh? Ah, it doesn't do that. Sorry, I was trying to adjust the brightness there. And there we go. That should hopefully do it.
Sonora brought up Doki the Dog. I'm scared to play Doki the Dog. I kind of want to play Doki the Dog, but kind of not. Because, by mentioning it, I'm probably just making people curious. That game has broken at least one Xbox, in my experience.
Oh, wow.
That game has a severe memory leak bug that reduces the frame rate to 1 frame every 30 seconds after you play for a while. And the last time I did that, my roommate's Xbox would not turn on the next morning.
Oh my gosh.
So you ready to make this work?
Yes.
Oh, you gotta reduce the volume.
Oh, I did.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, I reduced everything.
Prepare for the worst, everyone, as
so
far as volume is
by,
concerned.
this is by, not by Quimdung, but by another part of the Famicom Collective called Get to School on Time. It is...
It's great.
It's great. It's wild. It does have some flashy bits when you die at certain points, just so you know. However, I've turned down the opacity. That should do the trick. I also am a bit photosensitive, so turning down the opacity is good for me, but if it ain't good for you, just let me know in chat. I'll see what I can do to fix it. Again, this is... Ooh, let me adjust the thing here. So you know that we're playing ta-da, Get to School on Time.
You are warned.
School. School.
School.
School.
Get to school on time. Get to school on time. Get school on time. Get to 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 school on time.
How you doing, everyone?
So, we need to get to school on time.
Yeah, sounds
We
like
need to
it.
control our line of paint with the D-pad and toggle with the button A to reproduce the painting hanging on the wall as best we can while making use of the Oscar Brothers constructive criticism. Oh, and the Oscar Brothers are Jack Nicholson and what appears to be, who's that?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. So, let's do this.
No problema. No problema.
I'm working on it, sir.
Quit worrying. No problema. Quit worrying.
Hey, listen, I'm just blocking in the thing here. Can you give me a break? Listen, Jack Nicholson, you're making me mess up. Stop.
Quit worrying.
It. Hey, IMDb recommends Birds of a Feather if you like Goodnight Sweetheart. Fun. Hey,
Roller.
you are so late for class. I'll teach you for dissing me. So again, there's some flashing there. And now we have to play this stage, which I cannot pass, and may have to pass the controller to Danny for.
Okay, I'll give you one shot. Make it in one go.
I have to get to school. I really love this game. This is... Okay, this part is really difficult. I've done it before. The part where I always die. There we go.
Nice. Oh boy. Oof.
Oh! And that was what I had the opacity thing for. Let's try again. And then I'm giving it to Danny. Oh god. Danny! Your turn.
In the chat, I see amazing, holy shit, what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. see if I can do this.
Good, you just avoided it. Okay, there's a ghost, and that ghost will... You have to spit at it until it leaves.
I like the animation on my bear friend back there.
I like him a lot. There are some Love Is guys just kind of dying there, floating and dying. Don't hit him though. There's someone puking, as we do. Another dead animal, an arcade, some
Well,
guy.
this looks difficult. I wonder if I can kill this guy.
I think so. There you go. And I guess is quote unquote bad, I suppose, as this game is. It's
damn it.
It is a shame that you can't really find this on this sort of thing. You can find it. You can find indie games, but you can't find this kind of thing. You know?
Yeah, there aren't enough indie games
That are just I'm just gonna be.
I don't want to be too general here, but indie games, when they attempt to do something like this, it usually comes off as a little pretentious, a little overblown. This just is what it is. It doesn't try to explain anything, it just shows you what it wants to show you, and it's up to you to react however you want to. Oh my god. Also, those parts are really hard. I'm gonna give this one or two more tries before we move on, but there are a few games like this on Xbox Live indie games that are just really inexplicable. Like, you cannot explain any part of this. Not a single whit. Not a bit. And personally, I love it.
I do too.
Having played so
Great.
many formulaic games over the years, just games that let it all loose and leave it up to you to decide if you can deal with it. I love it. We can do it this time.
We're doing it.
We will get to school on time.
We can do it.
No, I don't like the look of that thing. It killed me last time. Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
good. No! Why?
Doggone it. There's a lot more to see in this game. If you want to see it for yourself, you can buy it for $1. $1 can get you a lot of things. It can get you a really good and lengthy indie game. It can get you something you've never seen before. It can get you something that you don't even know what to think about. That's X-Plague. Next up,
What do we got?
something much more normal, probably.
Oh, thank
Which is a shame.
goodness.
Just a boring old twin-stick shoot-'em-up. Up next. Sigh. I guess this game is serviceable.
Let me adjust the properties again. See it.
Okay.
And I'm glad chat's like, I like that game. Good.
Cool. Glad to expand your horizons to whatever horizon that was. Alex, pick up your controller. You're doing
Me?
this too. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, it's 2-player, huh?
Uh-huh.
Sweet.
There's several
You need to
shoot 'em
say
ups
that
on
like a
X-Plague. A bunch of them are really good, a bunch of them really basic and terrible. This is one of the best ones, I think. It's a bullet hell shooter, but not a traditional one. It's multiplayer for one thing. Up to 4 players can play it. Twin stick controls, and it's just got a nice look to it and feel. It's great. I'm not used to being enthusiastic about
Me
the games
either,
we play. I'm
yeah,
like,
it's just
yeah,
like-
this game's great.
It's so
love
weird
it.
to like have things to say. It's odd.
this game's cool, you guys should play it.
It's
Instead
funny
of just
because
being
it's
like,
like one of
ugh.
those situations where we put this here to be like, haha, this is gonna torture us, but it didn't. We're having a great. I don't know what button I pressed. I'm sorry.
That would be the right trigger,
Well,
I think.
don't do that, Alex. Oh goodness.
It's a lot of particles.
Particle effects.
Get your heart out, Rezo Gun.
Back.
I can hear your controller rumbling.
Speaking of which, do you know what
Were
there's
you,
a
were you
lot
imitating
of?
Crazy Frog there?
Yes. Speaking of which, do you know what there actually is a lot of on X-Plague?
What?
YouTube, there's actually a lot of, what would that be? What do they, the thing, I've completely, Xbox, they call them Xbox, sorry, it's hard to play and talk at the same time, it makes me very, yes. Xbox, controller, Rumble.
Yes, personal massagers through X-Blig. That's a popular thing.
It is.
People made a small cottage industry off of making apps that control the rumble in your Xbox 360 controller. And with brilliant marketing, they sold dozens of copies. Get your massage. Get your avatar massaged. Get your zombie avatar massaged. These are all
massage your
things that happen.
zombies.
Just massage everything in sight at all times. As intensely as possible. That's
Oh my
X-Blig.
gosh, there's so many, there's so many lines.
But we're ignoring that for this. If we showed what the average game from X-Blig was like, it would probably be a Minecraft massager with
Zombies?
with dual stick zombie shooting mechanics. Yeah.
Oh, and probably some scares. Five Nights
Oh
at
yeah,
Freddy's.
jump scares. It would all be based on photographs from a dude's house.
Yeah, this is kind of like Geometry Wars, huh?
It is. It controls pretty much just like it, and it simulates scrolling, sort of, but mostly enemies just kind of float onto the screen.
I'm dead.
I've never beaten this. I've gotten like 2 levels away from the end, I think, but it gets really difficult. But in a good way. It gives you plenty of bombs and stuff you can use to fight back. Again, struggling to speak against hordes of bullets.
As the bullets flood the screen, you're like, no!
Wow, that ended quickly.
There we go. So that's
Score Rush.
Excellent
game.
And how much is Score Rush, Danny?
$1 American.
$1 American, everybody. You may notice we really keep pounding on that point, but that really is what sells me on a lot of X-Blig, is that I never feel like I've wasted my money, even with the worst bullshit.
Exactly, and occasionally you find people who did give a damn and actually made a good game, and that makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah.
And the worst games for X-Blig are worse than any other platform.
And that's what makes them amazing!
I know, there's a level of badness.
So even if it's bad, it won't be bad to a boring, mediocre degree. Oh, no. It'll be bad to a point where you will be in awe.
Speaking of which...
Oh boy. What do we got next, Dan?
I have the perfect game to close this stream out with. It's a little known hidden gem called Tricky Treat. This is,
How do we explain Tricky Treat to this audience?
Well, first of all, this partially serves as an apology to Leno Sonor, who I talked into buying this. I'm sorry, dude. I still love this game. It's... okay.
Did Lenosinor get mad?
That's the only time I've ever heard him say, I'm sorry I spent $1 on this.
Oh, wow. I understand.
But, on the other hand, there is nothing quite like Tricky Treat.
How could there be? You know what? I'm so happy with it. I'm actually going to put that in our playing area. Tricky Truck, but no Tricky Treat.
Tricky Treat is not listed on Twitch TV.
Not even as one word.
That's unbelievable.
Well, I'm just gonna leave in, try not to fart. There. That's lit. Try not to fart's listed, but not Tricky Treat. So...
I've looked over this control diagram many times, and this game does not control like you think it would. No matter what you think it controls like, it doesn't control like that. I'm pretty sure it doesn't even control.
It does not control.
To a good start. Here we go.
So what you do is you control the world and not the person themselves. So should we give the oh my god, the giveaway to this game?
Is there a big giveaway to this
Yeah,
game?
it's based off of a Peter Molyneux tweet, right?
Is it?
That's what you told me. That it was one of the Peter Molyneux jam games.
That sounds like a lie I told you.
Well, you're an asshole for telling me that terrible lie.
So I'm pushing buttons. I'm using both sticks.
No, I'm looking this up.
Okay, you go ahead. As far as I can tell, this fella here does not animate. He's not really, he doesn't respond well to input of any sort. Wanna go down, dude? There's a candy right there. Why is he still floating? He should be dropping. This way. Go. So the allure of Tricky Treat, from what I can tell, is that the game only responds to vague suggestions of your input. You can move the analog stick, and sometimes it moves in the direction you want it to, sometimes not. Sometimes it just does that.
What?
Alright,
This
the
is
buttons
just-
do not seem to do anything.
This game is so baffling.
The bumpers may do something? Yes? No? Okay, the left and right triggers do that. They zoom in and zoom out. That does not affect control.
There's a cookie right there,
I
Danny.
want that cookie so bad.
Bonk. Bonk.
This is what I see in my dreams every night. Just giant cookies just out of reach.
Oh, Danny.
I try to fly to them, but it doesn't work.
In the end, you fall on the ground.
Help me.
What is going
Help
on?
me get candy.
So, this is Tricky Treat.
Happy Halloween, everybody. It's a festive sort of season here.
Bonk.
Dunk.
Again, yeah, it's a bad game, but also, let's put it this way. Have you ever seen a game bad like this?
Have you ever seen a game so bad that it doesn't control at all?
It doesn't control.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde for NES, you can push left and right, and your character moves left and right. This, you push left and right, and nothing seems to happen, but then it does, but not in the way you expected. And that's why I'm a fan.
We love Tricky Treat. It's... And of all the bad games on XBlig, it is certainly one of them.
It's like the developer wanted to make a game and then just stopped, but then just released what he had. Be like, here, you try and play this. I mean, it's a good premise, flying around a city to get giant candy
and-
for Halloween.
And as you bump
Oh,
in...
oh. No, no, go.
Almost.
This way.
There you go, Danny.
I've gotten upwards of 2 candies in this game before. I'm gonna try and break my record. Will I bounce?
Oh!
That cookie does not have an underside.
That cookie doesn't have
I still want it though.
Every single piece of commentary you say is perfect.
Give cookie.
This is, in case you're wondering, this is exactly what he says in real life.
Yeah, when I have cookies around, I'm just like, give cookie. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We're gonna get that cookie. The cookie of art. Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going?
Where are you going?
All I want is a cookie. For me, this is what hell would be like.
Just always out of reach.
I'm gonna get the cookie! No, I didn't get the cookie. Times 100 million years.
Y'all was calling this the new Nights into Dreams game.
Man, this Nights reboot is looking rough.
We want to leave chat with at least one. We want to leave close the stream with at least one candy, but we don't know if that could even happen.
I'd love to.
Oh, there it is.
Hey, here's
Whoa,
some-
there was a
Whoa.
cross. What is that?
Help me.
It's a grave. Why is that a grave? Why?
This is candy.
Yes! Almost!
Go in that direction! No, don't go away!
Oh no!
Maybe the controls are reversed. I keep thinking that I start to have a grasp on what's happening every time I play this, and then the game just foils me every single time. Okay, here we go. We're flying in a direction.
We're floating in the air. We're bouncing up against the wall. We want some cookies. Hey, we got a cookie! We got a candy, everybody!
I did! I
When?
did!
How? We did it!
Doesn't matter. Whoa, look at me. I'm celebrating. If you want to know what XBlig is, this is XBlig. You get any random game, and it might turn out like this. It might turn out better. Odds are it might turn out to be way worse. That's just the risk you take. And the great thing is that all these games have demos, so with the right mindset, you can have a whole lot of fun for free on XBlig. And it's a damn shame that that won't be possible in a couple years. For a while, every couple weeks, I would just go into the indie store and load up on whatever bizarre shit I saw, and sometimes it would turn out to be really cool. And when it didn't, it turned out to be horrible in a way that I could have never imagined. And that's the magic
kind of the
of
wonderful
XBlig.
thing, yeah. Horrible in ways you can never imagine. That's
Somewhere along the way, I picked up another candy, so that's good. I've tied my record.
Can we beat 3, ladies and gentlemen? And birds and bears. There's a badger in our chat, too.
This one goes all out to all you birds and bears.
All the birds and bears in the house go, rah, tweet, tweet, or whatever the hell you do.
Be like, "Grr, I could make a better game than this," and you'd be right.
You would be right.
I really, really wish I could control this game.
What's with that face?
I wish someone would go in and hack this game to be playable, just so I could find out what happens when you get all 12
Man,
candies.
maybe we can go finally, someone will go through the data of this game.
Yeah, maybe Microsoft will contract those game conservationists to finish Tricky Treat.
Mm-hmm.
The most important work of our generation. I don't want Tricky Treat to be forgotten. Tricky Treat should be forever. That's 8 solid minutes of Tricky Treat you just saw. Think about
You saw
that.
more Tricky Treat than I think y'all saw more Tricky Treat than the majority of people on Earth.
in the world.
In the world.
So, that's Xbox Live Indie Games. I hope you think of yourself as just a little bit more cultured, a little bit more informed than you were before this stream. Because now you know what true art is.
Now we all know what art is, and
True art is spinning around the air uncontrollably. True art is getting to school on time. True art can be anything you make of it, and the only thing I know about true art is that the only place you can find it is on Xbox Live Indie Games.
it's beautiful.
Visit it over the next couple of years. You'll find a lot to like. That's our stream for this week. We're the Adventure Pals. We do things we deeply regret. We run streams every week. We're, our addresses are not on the screen.
No, they're not on the screen this time.
You can find those on our
unfortunately.
Twitter profile. We're also on YouTube as channel Adventure Pals. We run this thing called PlayStation Year One. Next week, we are releasing our episode about Cosmic Race.
Ooh, howdy. In fact, if you would like to get our episodes early, and maybe if you would like to vote on our what we do for our streams, in fact, that's how we got XBlig, so want to do that.
Yes,
we
this
have a
stream you
Patreon.
saw was
Yeah.
as a result of viewer voting. Our
Viewers like
friends.
you. Viewers like you decided it was time for the Booty Witch, so yeah.
By pitching in $5 a month, you can tell us to play the Booty Witch game.
Every week. Well, not every week, but... Well, you can vote every week, but we will not play the Booty Witch game every week.
But it's fun. We got a lot of cool stuff to
Yeah,
vote on, and if people vote for this kind of stuff, I will play it
We absolutely will.
as long as there is interest. I wouldn't have done XBligs on my own, but after seeing the input it got, I had to do it. I'm glad you guys wanted to see this and hopefully enjoyed. Next week, I'm not sure. That's up to the voters. If you want to play your part in democracy, pitch into our Patreon. It's fun.
It's fun, and like I said, you can find us on Twitter at adventure_pals. You can find us at Patreon at Sarduce, correct?
That's correct.
And you can find us at YouTube as Sardius or Adventure Pals. So we'll see you later, and thank you again so very much for coming in. Are we really gonna do 3 days at Nurse Fanny's? People are asking.
Should we?
We may. It's up to you if you want to.
Because the audience asked for it, I'm going to spend 1 minute at Nurse Fanny's.
1 minute at Nurse Fanny's, everyone.
Closing out our stream tonight. Do you ever wish that the people who made Halloween Pie made a ripoff of Five Nights at Freddy's? Because that's exactly what this is.
Media.
Sick media.
Skillful, intelligent, and creative. I thought I'd just say, this game might not be for you. It's like, you can't even do some opacity effects, buddy, or have
Nope.
a low... No? Okay.
It's key to our art.
This is, yeah. Game.
Most unusual and grave situation.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I skipped it. So this game, you're in a hospital where all the lights flicker for some reason. You're given a monitor with which you can see all the different security cameras in the hospital, and throughout these halls, a nurse is doing her rounds.
I saw a poster for A Halloween Pie at this hospital. This
Oh,
hospital
cool.
sucks.
Nurse Fanny is doing her rounds, just doing her job, but unbeknownst to her, you
Yeah.
have... Uh-oh, there she is.
Be careful.
There is no malice in Nurse Fanny. She is quite a kind, caring individual. Unfortunately, you have a defect within you that causes you to die whenever you see boobs. So if Nurse Fanny comes into your room, you need to shut your eyes. If you see Nurse Fanny, you will have a heart attack and die. That's 5 nights at... Wait, no, it was 3 nights at...
3 nights of Fanny.
So the mechanic here is you have to close your eyes whenever Fanny comes in the room. If you keep your eyes closed for too long, though, you go insane. Just like in real life.
Don't keep your eyes closed. Do it, everybody.
Otherwise, it's mostly what you'd expect. It's a whole bunch of nothing and then a jump scare.
Yeah, there's some jump scares in I understand.
Except instead of being stuffed in an animatronic suit, you die from looking at boobs.
Die from boner! Boner overload!
You see Fanny and you just go, boner! And then you die.
Bong!
Yes. This security camera placement is a little questionable.
I was gonna say, the security camera is like, there's not opportune. I mean, why? You're not gonna, it's like, oh, don't worry, we didn't catch the thief's face, but we caught a good sweet shot of his ass. We got so much thief ass on camera, we'll be sure to catch him.
That flickering is just annoying. It doesn't
It
really...
isn't scary, it's just, yeah.
It's just, wow, fix your lights, dude.
Hospital sucks.
I'm waiting for Nurse Fanny to come in. I'm waiting for death, basically. Nurse Fanny, please, let me out of my misery. All I want is to see one last thing before I die. And that thing is...
Boner! I mean boobs. It's a terrible... I'm sorry. I disagree. I'm sorry. The upskirt security camera is a terrible idea for security in a hospital. Someone's bringing a bomb. Oh, good. I saw their junk. Fantastic.
Anyone get a good look at what that terrorist junk looks like?
Man. Chad just said rockin' boobs.
Can you feel the tension mounting?
You appear to be the only, that is on screen, but we're the only patient in the hospital who isn't, and we're still not getting any attention.
Who's that?
Why isn't she wearing pants? Oh, she is, but she's like wearing a belt over her underwear.
This is the no pants hospital.
And no wonder. There's like ass all around her.
Yeah.
This hospital fucking
She's sitting in
sucks.
front of a poster of ass. That's all it is.
Just call it Five Nights at Assie's.
Oh,
We saw boob.
I'm dead.
And that's your 5 nights of 3 days of Fanny.
I came here to die, and that's what I've done. I have died. I think that closes out tonight's stream.